Action RPGs have become one of the most popular genres in gaming, and just in the last few months of 2017, we've got a lot more to look forward to on all platforms. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the top 10 upcoming action RPGs for the rest of 2017. Let's get right into this. Number 10, ELEX. ELEX is an upcoming science fantasy themed action RPG, and it's being described as edgy, dark, uncompromising, and complex. The protagonist joins the war for a powerful resource known as ELEX, which gives people magical-like powers. The open world is a mix between futuristic and medieval locations where players can use guns, swords, and magic. Being developed by Piranha Bytes, the guys behind Gothic and Arisen, ELEX releases on October 17 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Number 9, EITR. EITR is a very artistic action RPG. Just looking at the game will instantly grab your attention. It's striking in presentation and isometric perspective with detailed characters and environments and lush animations. The combat allows for variety and will require a bit of strategy. EITR is set for a release before the year's out. Number 8, Vampyr. Vampyr is an action RPG revolving around a man named Jonathan Reed, a doctor who has turned into a vampire. Now coming to terms with his undead condition, he must deal with being torn between his former beliefs and his newfound bloodthirsty nature. It'll put the power in your hands in which route you want to go. You don't have to kill to finish the game. You can use dialogue options to hunt prey to feed on. There's weapons and other abilities as well. Vampyr releases sometime in November for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Investigating this beach, searching for skulls.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
Skulls are a lesser species of vampires lurking in quarantine areas, underground or in dark corners. Due to the Spanish flu epidemic, they have suffered heavy mutations and have recently become very aggressive. It's part of your quest to understand how they became such creatures and ultimately find a cure to save them. In this world, the human vampire hunters and skulls are having their own fight. As long as we don't get too close, we can just move on. Sean is a saint who manages a night asylum to provide food and rest to the poorest. Unfortunately, he has recently turned into a skull.
Number 7, .hack GU Last Recode. .hack was one of the great JRPG franchises on the PlayStation 2, and now the .hack GU trilogy is coming to the PlayStation 4 in the form of .hack GU Last Recode, and it'll feature all of your typical remastering improvements. Better visuals, better technical performance, but outside of that, there will also be some gameplay refinements as well as a 4th episode added. So that'll be very nice to check out. I wouldn't expect something at the level of the first 3 games, but nonetheless, that's a nice inclusion. .hack GU Last Recode comes to PS4 and PC on November 3rd. Number 6, Ys VIII Lacrimosa of Dana. Ys has been one of the most underrated RPG series around, and while I wouldn't say the games are absolutely amazing, they are always very good. Ys VIII has already been released in Japan, and it's gotten very good reviews, with one review saying that its traditional story is one that brings excitement and that battles are very smooth. For fans of JRPGs, Ys VIII is one to keep on your radar. It releases on September 12th for PS4 and PC.
My name is Alexia. I'm a daughter of the noble Roswell family from Garnet. I don't need protection from someone like you.
I'm the Sahad from Crete. I must really be unlucky.
Hummel, I'm a transporter. There's no need for gratitude. I shall fulfill my duty.
My name is Recode. Nice to meet you. Is the world a mystery to you too? I'm even more curious now.
Number 5, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Dragon's Dogma was a game that was released towards the end of last generation, released by Capcom. Dragon's Dogma saw a lot of comparisons to Dark Souls, and that's definitely there, but the game has its own elements that make it stand out greatly. The main issue with Dragon's Dogma was its technical performance, but now with it coming to current gen in the form of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, that issue should be remedied. It'll also of course include the Dark Arisen expansion, so this is one that's going to keep you busy for a while. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen hits PS4 and Xbox One on October 3rd.
A deer, perhaps. Goblins ill like fire.
It was a fine scrap, if I may.
Strength in numbers, Arisen. Goblin!
Number 4, Dauntless. Phoenix Labs' Dauntless was one of the highly anticipated PC games for a while, and then Monster Hunter World was announced and seemingly some of that anticipation died down. However, Dauntless is still a game you should have your eye on. It's a free-to-play experience, and while the Monster Hunter comparisons are obviously there, technically it looks great, and it is scheduled for release by the end of the year on PC, so you can check it out before World is even out.
In the Shattered Isles, nothing is given. If you're going to slay a behemoth, you'll need to become something savage too. If one is to survive, power must be taken. Take up your blade, Slayer. And fight ice with fire.
Number 3, Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord has been one of the PC's most anticipated exclusives for a very long time. It's raising the bar on every element of Mount & Blade, which was already a series with a ton of depth to it. Bannerlord is set 200 years before Warband, and the armor, weapons, and architecture will reflect that time period. Visually, the game has seen a massive improvement over previous games, and hopefully we can finally play it before 2017 is out. Number 2, Middle-earth Shadow of War. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor was one of the best games of this generation. It was released very early on back in 2014. It had great visuals, solid combat, and a fun open world to explore. Middle-earth Shadow of War is the sequel following up on where Mordor left off, and Shadow of War will build upon the successes of the first game. However, there has been a lot of controversy surrounding the microtransactions, and the game does seem to have a lot of them. Hopefully we'll be able to just ignore that and enjoy the main game. It releases on October 10th for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
What is she?
Do you grow? Do you wither?
Tell him you cannot defeat her.
What would you suggest I do?
Throw down your sword and kneel.
have we unleashed?
The cry of the forests. Scream of the rivers.
This foe is beyond us, Celebrimbor. Not with the spirit of Kana at our side.
Finally, number 1, Destiny 2. Destiny was one of the most anticipated games this generation, arguably the most. It was Bungie's first project after Halo, so you can imagine expectations were very high. Destiny did have its problems, but after the expansions, the experience just got better and better. Now we have Destiny 2, which will be taking place after Rise of Iron and will be adding new zones to explore, gameplay refinements in both PvE and PvP. Destiny 2 releases on September 6th for PS4 and Xbox One. A PC version will be coming on October 24th.
The city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed.
Do you see all that I have done?
The war's over. And we've lost.
Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. We all know what needs to be done.
Get up close and personal with Go?
If the Red Legion want war,
give them war. Humanity never deserved power. I am God, and I alone am worthy.
So that wraps up the top 10 action RPGs for the rest of 2017. What do you think? Which action RPGs are you looking forward to the most? Did we leave a game off this list that you think should be on? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.